Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to explain to you the difference between guys when you're trading let's say stocks, ETFs, commodities versus when we trade futures, because for those of you that never trade options before, you must learn the power when it comes to trading futures. In terms of buying power, the leverage, all those good stuff, especially for those of you that have a small account, it is, guys, amazing, okay? And of course, as usual, for those of you that haven't traded options before, if you want to learn, guys, how to trade the options, just come here to our channel. We got everything here that you need to know, that you must know before you press the trigger when it comes to trading options. And by the way, all these things here is going to be updated on a monthly basis, and I'm going to put here way more content that we have already in this playlist, okay? I'm going to make this thing here pretty much on everything that you need to know before you trading options. Of course, take times. Why now we got quite few, to be honest, but in the future I'm gonna be adding way more to what we already have in this playlist, okay? This is pretty much the basics, but if you want to get the let's say the advanced stuffs, just come here to our channels and we got plenty of things here so you guys can also watch and learn. All right, today the market's not doing very well. In other words, everything's pretty much going to the all-time highs. Today I'm talking about 29th of October 2024, and we are going to compare here the SPY with the MES, which it is, guys, the futures of the S&P 500, okay? In other words, the macro E-mini, right? We're gonna compare here selling a put option on the SPY versus selling a put option on the macro E-mini, okay? So the first one you're going to start with, it is the SPY. As you guys can see, it's pretty much a reflection of each other, because one, it is the futures, another one, it is just the ETF. If we go here to TastyWorks, for example, I'm going to make this video nice and short so you guys can have a better concise video than actually a long one. So the first thing you're going to do is we are going to start with the SPY. Okay, let's see if I can have my playlist here so you guys understand. So we're gonna pick here, okay, a DTE of 32 for both, for SPY and for the EMS. We're gonna open here the option chain. As you guys can see, this is what we call trading at the money. Why? Because it's pretty much close to what the price is trading. Why now? Actually, they are the money. Yeah, that's what it is, guys. Because why now? This is the MES, but we're gonna start here with the SPY. Let me go back here to the SPY. Let me delete this thing here. Let me open the SPY first so you guys can have an idea. 32. So the SPY right now is trading at $581, should I say, just one decimal place. And this price here, it is at the money. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come all the way down here. We are going to sell roughly a 5 delta. Okay, to make things equal, we're gonna keep both at roughly 5 deltas. Of course, there's plenty of things when it comes to selecting strike price, and you got all those things in our on our YouTube channel, so you can go and learn. But to make this thing equal for both for the SPY and for the MES, we're going to select the delta of 5. Okay, so the delta of 5 here, which it is $512. Okay, we are going to sell here the mid price of this strike price here. So in other words, we're gonna select sell, and we're gonna select a mid price, which is right now is trading at $1.10. And of course, a couple of things here that need to take in consideration. One of them, that we sell in one contract. Our buying power is 5,121. And of course, as an option seller, as you know in this channel, the maximum gains that we're going to have is always capped by the premium that we're going to receive, because this person that's going to pay $1.10 per contract to get the rights to exercise this option, it's also going to have the maximum loss of 110. But this is our maximum gain, and of course this is a maximum loss. But don't get confused by this number here. Do not get scared by this number here. This is, guys, if the SPY goes to 0. But if the SPY goes to 0, I can guarantee to you, you're going to have way more things to worry about than this trade, okay? So here to our sketchbook, let's say, for example, like we're saying, we're going to have here our, let me see if I can get my pen right here. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to manage this thing here, but anyway, so let me see if I can move this thing here. Okay, so here we go. So our for some reason it's not working. Let me use the mouse anyway. So our strike price for the SPY, okay, was the 500 $12. This is our strike price, okay? The strike price is always denoted as K, okay? So the premium that we're going to collect to open this cash secure put, naked put, whatever you want to call it, is going to be $1.10 per contract. Don't forget, this is just per share, okay? The buying power required from the broker for us to open this trade, because it is the SPY, is $5,121. So you guys can see how big and how difficult it is for people with a smaller trading account to trade, okay, the SPY. It's not easy. It is one of the best ETFs you can ever trade, but it is not cheap, okay? So our rate of return here, it's very simple, guys, okay? It is pretty much, I'm talking about here rate on return. Actually, let me go back one thing here. Rate of return on the buying power, okay? That's it. Don't confuse thing. You can do the rate of return on your strike price, the number the strike that we're going to get assigned. I'm talking about here the buying power, all right? And of course, this we need to multiply this by 100 as well. Okay, so our maximum gain here, it is $110. So our rate of return is basically our premium divided by our buying power. So in this case here, we're gonna get $110 divided by 5,000, okay, 121. So if we do the maths, okay, let me get my calculator here. 110 divided by 5,121, and of course we have to multiply that by 100. So this whole thing here, okay, this whole thing here get multiplied by 100. This is supposed to be a number of 2.15%, okay? This is on 2 decimal place. This is to trade the SPY with a delta of roughly 5, okay? And by the way, we forgot here, guys, our DTE here, it is 32 days, which I'm gonna show to you guys in a second, okay? Our DTE, it is 2 days. Remember, this is rate of return. Let me make a thing better here. Our annualized, okay, rate of return. We have to do our rate of return, okay, multiplied by, what word can I use here? The days in a year, let's call it just 365, okay? You can call this whatever you like. Divide by our DT. Okay, this is taken to expiration, but you can do if you close the trade early. If you close the trade early, this won't be a DT, it will be DIT, okay? Days in the trade, but you can make whatever you like. So it's gonna be 2.15, okay, percent, of course, percent, multiplied by 365 divided by 32, which is our DTE. So if you get the calculator, these are DTE, by the way, okay? So if you do let me do the whole thing together, okay? Times 365 divided by 32 times 100. So basically 24, if I'm not wrong, you guys can correct me if you make any mistake here, okay? Leave your comments below. But 24.5%, okay? This is our AROR, okay? This is for the SPY. But now I'm gonna show you guys the power, okay? The power of trading, the power of trading the futures, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back here to our TastyWorks, okay? Remember, this is what we did. This is how much we collect. That's the buying power that the broker is requiring us to open the trade. This is our maximum gain because you multiply this thing here by 100. And of course, we just opened one contract and our DTE was 32 days. So now we're gonna clean this thing here and we're gonna go to the MES. Okay, we're gonna keep the same DTE, 32 days, and we're gonna go all the way down here and we're gonna find our 5 deltas. And the 5 deltas here, as you guys can see, the first one we can find here is 5,150. So if we were to sell here this 5,150, we are going to collect $11.25. But remember, guys, the macro, okay, you have to multiply this thing here by 5. That's why you get 11.25 times 5, 56 by 0.25, sorry. Okay, very, very simple maths. So you get your 11.25 and multiply that by 5. Simple, 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 okay? And of course, if you trade the ES, you have to multiply that by 10, if I'm not wrong. All right, so you guys can have an idea. But just this is for a smaller trading account. This is the best strategy ever when it comes to trading futures for a smaller trading account. But of course, I'm not talking about his stop loss, how to close, how to manage. I'm just showing you guys the comparison between trading the ETF SPY with the futures, okay? Same thing again, one contract, 32 DTEs, but look at the buying power. This is the beauty, guys, of trading futures. If you do not know how to trade futures, and if you haven't traded futures before, I'm going to make a full trading course for free for you guys. The basics, the things that you need to know. You must know, like the options before you press the trigger. Because remember, all the trade management, all the money that we make is before we press the trigger. Because once you click here and you go straight to the trade, once you click this thing here, guys, it's too late. All the trade management, all the money is made before we press the trigger, okay? Anyway, so now we're gonna go back here to our sketchbook. What we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this thing here and gonna open the MES, okay? So let me see if I can get my pen right this time, because I can write with the pen, because my pen, my writing is just terrible. Okay, but anyway, so let me see here. So our strike price, okay, Jesus Christ. One sec, guys. Let me see if I can get this thing right. Don't know why. Don't know why it's not working. Okay, so our strike price was 1,050. The premium that we collect was 11.25. Okay, but remember, we multiplied that by 5. That gave us 56.25 cents. This is in dollar, by the way, okay? Our deltas, same thing again, was roughly 5. Okay, roughly 5. Our DT was also the same at 32 days. Okay, everything stays the same. Okay, nothing changed in relation to the SPY trade that we did. So what else are we missing here? That's all we have. Yeah, we have our premium here, we have a strike price, we have our delta, have DT. So our rate of return in this case here is going to be $56.25 divided by the buying power. Here we go. The buying power here required was $535. I'm gonna make this thing a round number because it was 534.9. So let's make that 535. So now you're gonna divide here by 535. Maybe then you multiply by 100. So if I got my calculator here, 56.25 divided by 535 times 100, of course. They'll give us a rate of return of 10.1. All right. Sorry, guys. Let me do this thing here. So 10.5%. Okay. Look how much we get. Way better than the SPY. So now our AROR. Okay. Now it's going to be what? Our ROR, okay, multiplied by our DTE, 365, divided by 32. Again, if you close a trade early, you just do your DIT, days in the trade, okay, to see how much you got at the end. But in this case here, what we're going to do is, we're going to do 10.5%, which it is this number here, multiplied by 365, divided by 32. That should give us, let me do the whole calculation here again on my calculator. So multiply them by 365, divide by 32 times 100. So this give us a return annualized, which you guys are going to be very surprised, okay? Annualized of 119.93% at 2 decimal place, okay? Look how amazing it is, so you guys can have an idea. Okay, this is, guys, trading the EMS, okay, which it is the macro E-minis. So you guys can have an idea. The futures gave us 19.93%. The SPY, okay, gave us 24.5%. It's pretty much, guys, a 5x. Okay, look at this. The rate of return of the SPY was 2.15. The futures, guys, was 10.5. Again, a 5x. So basically, you're getting 5 times for your money. But the only difference here that I want you guys to pay attention is this thing here. Look at the buying power. Okay, look at the buying power of the SPY. The buying power of the SPY was 5,121. The buying power, okay, of the futures was 535. So basically we're getting 5x more in terms of return, but in terms of buying power, we are using 10x less than if we were to trade the SPY. So this is the power, okay, and how amazing it is for you guys to trade futures. If you learn how to trade the futures, it's the best way you can do to maximize your returns and maximize your trading and the leverage. But of course, leverage is a sword of both sides. You can cut both sides, but if you do a proper trading management, stop loss, when to trade, when to manage, when to do all this good stuff, you should be fine. Of course, I'm not giving you guys financial advice to go and forget about stocks, everything, because I do trade ETFs, index. I'm not into stocks, to be honest. When it comes to options, it's more long-term investing. But when it comes to trade options, guys, the futures, options on futures, it's way better in terms of leverage than it is on stocks. And of course, if you compare with other ETFs like the IWM or the SPY that we just did right now, or the triple Qs, it's still even better. Okay, and against stocks, of course, a stock can go to zero, but when the future is going to zero, never. And when the stock market recover, guess what else is going to recover? The future is going to recover. Because if you do here MES against PayPal, the next bear market, that PayPal hasn't recovered yet. EMS is making the all-time highs. So you guys can have an idea. But this is, in a nutshell, in a short video, in a short explanation. Of course, I could make way more simple, but I want you guys to do understand very well what I'm talking about, okay? Thank you very much. I do hope I have added some value to you guys. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, smash the like button, share this video so you can support our work. You can still providing free contents to all of you, okay? And don't forget, guys, this is taking consideration the trade's going to expiration date. I'm not doing here trade management, closing before, closing after, rolling the trade, none of this. Just plain vanilla, open the trade, expiration date, out of the money, how much we make. Simple. Okay, but there's plenty of things can happen here. There's probably dozens of variables that I haven't mentioned yet. This is just the basics in terms of rate of return and annualized rate of return of the MES against the SPY. So basically, futures versus ETFs. Okay, but I hope you guys can get the point what I'm trying to say. Anyway, all the best, stay safe, and happy investing.